So let's put in a box behind your name up here. So get your rectangle tool and draw a box from the outside to the inside, like maybe like this. Okay. So there it is, a rounded rectangle tool. I'm going to put it underneath my name, and then I'm going to change the way it appears. So first of all, I'm going to change the fill. So I'm going to click on fill, properties fill, either here or here, right? Either way. So it gets you the same spot. Um, and you have one of these options here. This is the gradient. So I want to apply a gradient to it. So if I select that, and you can see the gradient happening like this. So black to white, black on the bottom, white on the top. And I actually want that to be different. So I want it to be maybe 90 degrees. So instead, in fact, let me change it to here. I'm going to select this so I can see this better. So that right there, right? So I'm going to select that and change the fill gradient right here to be 90 degrees. Instead of 90, I'm going to make it 0. Okay, like that. Now, I want the text, I want it actually to fade to nothing. So let's take a look at this right here. So right now the gradient looks like this. So when I click on this guy, I get this gradient editor. So I'm going to move it over here. So you can see here the gradient editor is it has black and white, so black to white at the bottom. These are called stops. I can change this color by clicking right here, double clicking, and then you can pick a different color, for example. So now it's red to white, but I actually want it to be black. You can pick whatever color you want. Now this is white, which is fine. So you can see there, if you select that, it's the color and the location, right? These are called stops. So you can create a different color stop. You can actually put in a color stop right here. You can put in another color stop of, say, blue in the middle. You can put in as many as you want. You can also delete by clicking and dragging down. So now that stop is gone. I want to keep mine simple, black to white. You can put as many as you want. It's up to you. Now, what do these things up here mean? So right here, if you click on this guy, it tells you how that white is 100% opaque. So I actually want it to be 0%. So like this. So it's going to fade to nothing. So black fades to nothing. So that's 0%. And then how much of it? See this little diagonal triangle, this diamond? I'm going to move that over. You can see that it fades like this. So if I move this over, oh, sorry, that's not what I want. So I'll click and drag up to delete it. Select here and then drag that guy over. So more black over here, less. Hopefully you understand the way that works. So these are the color stops. These are the opacity stops at the top. So kind of configure it the way you want. And I'm actually going to change this to white. So I'm going to double click here and change that to white. So now it goes white to transparent like that. And then change my transparency over a bit. So that's something you could try. Now you can also apply layer styles to this actual text. So I'm going to select my text layer. And down in the bottom of the layers panel, there's this FX button. So click on that, and what this does, it applies a layer style only to that layer. Okay, so when you click on that, I want to put a drop shadow. So the drop shadow comes up, and you can see that now there's a drop shadow here, and you can change different aspects of it. So you can change the angle of it, like this, whatever angle makes sense to you. And then you can change the distance, the spread, the size, and you can adjust it the way you like it. Something like that. And then you can change the different kinds of drop shadow that goes with it. But it's hard to see unless you get really zoomed in. But you can see the preview there, right? Make sure you have the preview button on right here. So pick what you like. And that's how you can adjust it a bit. Hit OK. So that's a drop shadow. You can see that there's a drop shadow here underneath your layer, and if you double click on drop shadow, then you can come back and edit it here once again. There are other options for the layer style, so take a look at that if you want to play around with that a bit. But understand that if you select one, so whatever you have selected, that's what you're editing. You can turn them on and off like this, so turn that off. Okay?